We come from the stars, and that's who we are. We are voices. There's nothing to fear. Explode in your rear. Feel our voices.
Oh, we should try and harmonize them once.
Oh, harmonic explosion?
We did the hello, hello, hello. We did that. We did it.
Can we try that? I'll go low.
No.
No, it sucks.
It's
No.
hard.
Mine went duck. Mine went duck.
Doug.
Well, welcome back to the shitstorm that is Voice of the Republic. This is Ed.
And Mike.
And Carl.
Joined tonight by special guest, Trace Beaulieu. Good evening.
Hi. They've imprisoned me in this computer. Help me.
Shut up! We talked about this.
It's Thursday, only one more day, and you won't get the hose again.
Okay.
I just need a fresh pair of underwear. That's all. He just keeps crying for a fresh pair of underwear.
Just do what I was doing when I was a kid. Just turn them inside out. That's another 3 days.
And then you can switch to back to front.
Yep.
That's right.
Days.
My daddy taught me. It's good 4 times.
So I was thinking this segment we could talk a little bit about Cinematic Titanic. Because up until recently, this was a major thing that you and other MST alumni had been doing together. And you just wrapped up your final tour, like, what was it, December of last year?
Yeah, the New Year's Eve at the Keswick Theater in Glenside, Pennsylvania. We did our last 2 shows, and that's it. We're done. We're wrapped up. We won't be back ever, unless, of course, we just decide to come back. And then,
never say never.
Yeah, unless there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah, exactly, because we have our standards. That's right. No, we did like 6 years of Cinematic Titanic, and it was a lot of fun. We got to play in a lot of great old theaters and a hockey rink a couple of times.
Did you get the organ involved at that point?
Actually, in San Francisco at the Castro Theater, before the show, this guy came and played the pipe organ.
Nice.
We never got the organ at the hockey rink. Sounds like a gesture you would make during a game. Hey, they gave me the organ.
Well, you could have done like a starting lineup for the credits and like, and here's your starting lineup for the Doomsday Machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, next time when we go back. That was in St. Charles, Missouri. We played the Family Arena, which was a great venue, and the people there are great. Tom O'Keefe, Tom, if you're not watching, what is it?
No, I ain't.
And it's not like it's how much O'Keefe, Miles O'Keefe.
There's a segue if I've ever seen one.
Genius.
So was there a particular reason why you guys decided to put the cap on it and like to say like this is our final show, or I mean rather than just take like we're on indefinite hiatus, or
there's a lot of reasons. We're all in different parts of the country, and getting us together, it was easier to assemble the Avengers than to get us all together. Mary Jo's in Austin, Josh is in L.A., Joel's in Philadelphia, Frank was in L.A., then he was in New York, I'm in Minnesota, Gruber is in Gruberland, I believe it's called.
I heard it's beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, I went last year with my grandparents. It's nice.
Did you stay at the Gruber Hotel?
We did indeed. It's haunted,
With Gruber, it's haunted with Gruber.
Haunted.
But yeah, we had run our course, I think, and there's nothing to say that we couldn't come back and do a show a year or something like that. But we've all got a bunch of other projects going. Josh is working on a documentary Frank has his podcast, the Podhouse 90, and he's done 3 of these. They're hour-long podcasts with music. It's sort of bringing back old radio as a podcast. It's a variety show. I just had the pleasure of doing one of these with Frank, and I think that 3rd one comes out very soon. But check out frankconniff.com, and that's where you'll find out about his podcast, Podhouse 90, or Facebook, I believe, or Twitter, all of those things that have Frank Conniff connected to them.
Now,
Frank Conniff in bottle or keg.
We'll stick all of that up, so it'll be available somewhere on the internet somehow with regards to us. So
cool.
Cool. And it'll be one of these 2 fellas that do it, not me.
Yeah. We'll make it available in the VOR store. Absolutely. So, a quick personal aside. Most of your career has been making fun of movies. When you do get to go to theaters, do you ever get annoyed when people talk in the theater?
Yes. A theater is like a church. You should not talk. You are there to see a movie. You have paid a whopping amount of money to go see a film, and why are you doing that? Why don't you go pay $20 to somebody and sit at home and be annoying? You don't have to do it at a theater. I haven't encountered anybody really rude in a long time, but it's that one time where you go, you know what, this is going to die, and theater owners have to get hip to that. Otherwise, I'll just watch it on Netflix. I'll wait for the DVD.
Yeah. Right. So you support Ushers with Mace as well?
Yes.
Thank you.
Or anything more lethal, I think.
Oh, we had a guy here who shot a guy.
Down in Florida.
More of that?
Well, it was the one. It was an older gentleman.
Oh, I heard about that. That's going too far.
Yeah.
That's going too far.
Well, that's a falling down moment. But I'm in Florida. You have to remember, and that's how we.
That's right.
You guys export crazy down there. That's your primary export.
We thought it was orange juice.
Like crazy, and then oranges, and then Disney. Yeah. That's your exports.
Yeah. Well, and everything's so flat in Florida that bullet could have been traveling for miles. There's nothing in the way.
Oh, it's straight.
Now, I'll tell you, I think it's really telling that Dr. Forrester, who is an evil genius bent on taking over the world, actually built a theater and shot it into space so people could talk. So, I mean, if an evil genius wants to separate talking in the theater that far, just don't do it, people. I mean, even Forrester wouldn't do it.
I had never considered that. That's really a brilliant observation. Yeah.
I know how to get rid of this chatty bastard.
But to be real, though, I gotta tell you, the cell phones in the theater piss me off bad.
Yes.
It's just, it's like when you're a kid and you're in the car and your parents are like, "Don't touch him, just leave him alone. He's touching me." And then your brother will sit there and he'll have his finger just as close as possible to you. And I feel as though everyone in the theater, and it's all towards me, with the light from the phone, and I just feel like they're just like, I'm not talking, but I kind of am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's again, why go to the theater? Why pay that money if you're just going to do something else?
Yeah.
I'd like to bring a manual typewriter in sometime and just got some notes. It's okay, or a guitar, or any other item that makes noise. I just wanted to, jam a bit while I'm watching the, It does sometimes keep me away from the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I go during the day, in the weekday, and there's very few people there.
That's really the trick, and that's really the only time I ever go to the theaters on a weekday, like the first 2 showings, like before school lets out.
Yeah.
If you can sneak in there before 4 o'clock, you're usually pretty good.
Yeah.
This is actually great. This is actually good stuff because I mean it's from you how to act in a movie theater. Like that's awesome. That's an idea right there.
Yeah. Don't
do
be
PSAs.
rude. Don't be a dick. You know.
Don't be a dick.
That's really what it comes down to.
That's that's common. That just goes back to, I think it was in the Bible, right? Thou shalt not be a dick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be wrong.
Yeah.
But then, unless it's really funny.
This is really funny.
Well, or if the well, here I'm going to break a rule. If the movie is so terrible that you've paid good money to see some horrendous piece of crap, then, but one man's crap is another man's brilliant movie. So who's going to be the judge there?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Just get up and leave.
It's better for everyone.
Yep.
Stay home.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't bring little babies to something that's horrendous and awful and violent.
Oh, we love that here in Florida. We love that here in Florida. That's like crack to us.
But my 2-year-old loves Inglourious Bastards.
Exactly. You
Love Brad
selfish
Pitt.
SOBs. You selfish. Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, we couldn't get a babysitter.
Yeah. Look, what I just paid for the movie, I will pay your babysitter.
Yeah,
There
I
you
want
go.
you to leave. Go.
Yeah, in fact, give me your kid and I will drive it to your house. And I'll watch your cable.
I'll drink your beer. I'll eat your leftovers, and we'll call it even.
Well, watching Dr. Clayton Forrester on screen and seeing he's like this over-the-top caricature, I was trying to nail down where this character is coming from, and he seems like an amalgam of evil scientists and cartoons. But one thing that was standing out because of the nature of MST was horror hosts. Did that come into play? Was that part of the discussion of the classic horror hosts of non-major networks?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The show is based on those hosted movies that we all had in with the local channels in whatever town we grew up in. Whether you had Svengoolie or Zachary or whoever it was in your local town, MST is directly influenced by that. In fact, Joel and Josh and I were just inducted to the Horror Host Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Recently.
Rock on.
I don't know what that means. It means someone appreciates it. We don't get inducted this year. I think there's so many inductees we get to be inducted next year. And I don't know if we get a banquet or maybe it's just a box of cufflinks or something.
Hey, those are nice.
Or like special glitter makeup that you can
Yeah.
look all creepy.
Because was that still around when you guys were kids? Did you have a horror host in your town?
I grew up on Svengoolie.
Okay.
Svengoolie.
Was right on the tail end of it because we had one out of Columbus, and it was Fritz the Night Owl, and he have these big owl-like glasses. He acted like he was on top of the station. He'd hang out on the transmission antenna and everything, and that's when the first time I saw Clash of the Titans was watching the Night Owl Theater. So.
Cool.
Mine was out of England because at the time I lived in Germany, and it was Deadly Ernest.
Oh, that is such a great name.
Yeah, Deadly Ernest, and it was his wife Scarlet, and he was basically a vampire, and she was some tricked out kind of like in like the whole like look like a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was his undead wife, his bride, and they went through the films with us. So I loved them. In fact, I drew pictures of them and sent them to them, and they would show the pictures. Twice they showed them on TV. Yeah.
Cool.
Which is something that happened a lot in MST, actually, was once you started putting up the address and everything, you guys started getting a lot of feedback from kids and pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Eggs again.
Oh, yes. We got kids drawing pictures all the time, people sending us all kinds of stuff. It was great. I mean, it was in another kind of homage to that whole local television show hosted horror movie late night thing. And it was great to get those drawings. Kids are
I'll
great.
tell you, my personal favorite one was when you had a Navy vessel actually wrote you guys a letter, and then you did it to the Master Ninja theme song. Like that's possibly like my favorite like viewer feedback segment that you guys ever did, just because like it had you guys singing the Master Ninja theme song and Joel trying so hard to read this letter while this ridiculous song was going on. So
we got a lot of fans in the military. You know, there's a lot of downtime apparently involved in that. So I believe it was CT. We got contacted by someone over there, and after they had taken Saddam's palace, they did a screening of Cinematic Titanic in Saddam's like little media room. His little
awesome. Oh, that is so metal. That's awesome.
So that was a big honor. That was very cool. You know, I guess Saddam had a bunch of Punky Brewster tapes that they were tired of watching and things like that. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea what Saddam was watching. But
it's so cute and spunky, Punky.
Yeah. Oh, wait. This is the best part. Wait, here it comes. Wait, not yet. Here's the best part. Oh, you missed it. You missed it. I kill you.
Did they ever do figures of your characters? Did they ever do figures? Were there ever like action figures?
Yeah, Shout Factory put out little figurines in some DVD special editions. But nobody ever did it like an action figure or anything like that.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, it'd be great to have like your own little TV's Frank and Dr. Forrester, like from McFarlane Toys or something.
I could see the packaging right now. I can see the packaging right now. I can see everything about it. Damn.
I can see the packaging on Frank's action figure.
Yeah.
But that's just in my head. So.
I heard it's pretty forthcoming with that.
Before we wrap this one up, there is one question we had on our list here, and Ed must have added it, and I need to get this out here because now I'm just obsessed with it. When you did Dr. Forrester, the mustache, was it real the whole time?
It was real, and then it wasn't real. So most of the time it was real. But if you look at any of the photographs and it looks like it's fake, that's when it's real.
Oh.
I think I need to play some Inagata Davida over that last explanation.
No, was it dye? Was it dye? Is that
No,
what
that was my actual mustache. They put a little white streak in.
Okay.
But that was my own. Getting them glued on is really horrible. So I would always try to have one going.
Yeah,
so I didn't have to glue it on.
Spirit glue is kind of rough on the skin, especially after repeated uses.
Yeah, and you make a big face and it pops off, and it's just a really nasty thing. I think I still have it, and it's all just rock hard with glue. The fake one I used.
That sounds like something you need to put in a shadow box and just like put it above
I was
the mantle.
just thinking.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Pin it like a butterfly.
Planet Hollywood.
Yes. Yeah, butterfly box with the glasses over it.
If nothing else, that'd be a nice thing to sell for charity on eBay or something.
That's a good idea.
But I would just keep it myself. But that's just me.
It's in a drawer somewhere. There's a drawer full of mustaches.
How nice for the unsuspecting guest.
Yeah, it's also the title of my unauthorized autobiography, A Drawer Full of Mustaches.
Oh, mustache drawer.
I rented that movie, and it's not what you're thinking.
Yeah, I was going for a nickname in high school.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and put a pin in it for today. We'll come back tomorrow, and hopefully we got all the Mystery Science Theater 3000 out of our system, and tomorrow we'll come back and talk about some of your other stuff and the stuff that you're currently working on.
Cool.
So,
alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Until that day comes. Well, first we got to tell our people out there where to find more of this kind of crap, more of this content, that would be at any time of day, any hemisphere. www.vorradio.com. Links to everything we do, Facebook page, and also give us your feedback. So you can call us at 407. I almost have it memorized, but I don't. 409-8749. That's 407-409-8749. And we also take emails. You can send us your pictures. You can send us your cartoons. You can send us pictures of, you know,
Your mustache.
your mustache in a drawer.
Your junk.
Show us your junk drawer. At voiceofrep@gmail.com. And that's all I got for you. All right, guys. So we'll see you more. We'll see you more tomorrow back here. I'm remixing myself.
Hosted by Yoda.
But hey, may the force
Be with.
That ass.
Bam.
Bonjour.